Hi, here's my Paphiopedilum Ho Chi Minh, and it has a flower now. And this is the plant that I just recently bought from Orchid in USA, and it came with buds, so I cannot take any credit for this flower. But I did manage to keep it alive, the bud, did not blast, it survived the shipping, and it now opened. And it is, I think it's wonderful. It is a large, see, look, that's my hand. It's as big as my hand, large bloom. And this is the cross between Dillenitii and Vietnamense. I'm a big fan of Paphiopedilum Vietnamense, so I thought this cross would be great to have. And according to the label, this cross was using Dillenitii variety Vini or Dunkel, which means it had darker pouch, dark purple, and I think it kind of shows on my plant, on the flower. See how dark the pouch is. And the bloom is not perfect, right? This one doesn't go straight, and it's a bit floppy, kind of wonky. But the Vietnamese blooms are always wonky. They're not perfect. Their petals are usually kind of hanging down. So having Dillenitii probably made it a little bit more rounded, and I kind of like the shape. I think it's really pretty. I did not detect any fragrance yet, but it's been open just a couple days, so it might still appear, because I know Dillenitii is sometimes fragrant. But I'm not sure if my plant will be or not, because it's cross. But anyways, it's I think it's really nice one. I'm really happy to have it. And the foliage is, because it's a darker variety of Dillenitii, look, the underside is totally dark. And the pattern is really nice. And I always get the spikes not straight. I don't know how people make their spikes straight. Mine are always crooked, so I had to stake it, because it was hanging down, kind of. Because I think the flower is too heavy. So I found this little stake. And yeah, that's my Paphiopedilum Ho Chi Minh. Really cute one. And I had a little break from Paphiopedilums because I used to buy them a lot, but they did not do good for me. So I got kind of upset and I got rid of all of them. And for a couple of years, I didn't have any. But then I started slowly to buy more. And now I've collected quite a few, actually, some multiflorals. See, this is my Paphiopedilum Stoney, which is my favorite multifloral. It's a one growth plant, but it's quite large. Look, the leaf span is enormously giant. And then behind it is Paphiopedilum Ho, which just recently started a new growth. See, now it's one growth and a baby. Now this one has very colorful blooms, big and colorful, multifloral too, and it is a blooming size. So I'm hoping that the second growth appearing means maybe it will be ready to bloom soon, hopefully. And right behind is probably the most compact of my multifloral hybrids. Actually, I only have one multifloral hybrid, but it is a compact plant. It's Sanderianum crossed with Anitum, which I think called Poparx. And it's doing great too. I think I bought it as a large seedling. I think it's now like blooming sized. So I'm waiting for the spike to appear soon, hopefully. And here on the left is Paphiopedilum henryanum, also from Orchidin. And this one has clonal names of the cross. Actually, they all have. We cannot focus on it, but heavy metal cross super jumbo. So I'm guessing it should have pretty large blooms. Otherwise, super jumbo wouldn't make sense. So that's the henryanum. It's a multi-growth plant too, and I think it's blooming size. I don't know how hard they are to bloom, and because like before now, I had hard time keeping them alive, but now they seem to be enjoying my tank because maybe it's warmer than before, or maybe I'm just paying more attention to what I'm doing with them. But look, they're growing. So I think maybe I will see the blooms one day. And on this side, I have few. Actually, I removed this Tintrobium for now. So there on the back is my Paphiopedilum sanderianum, which I bought as a seedling. And again, it's a very slow growing plant. And it seems to like to keep 4 leaves at a time. So when the new leaf growing, the oldest starts to get yellow. And by the time the new leaf is full-sized, the oldest leaf gets brown and wilted and just sheds away. So I don't know if that's specific to my plant or this species. Doesn't like to keep many leaves, but that's what's happening to my plant, Sanderianum. If you have Sanderianum, let me know what it does. And so this one with the bud, that's another one from Orchidin. This one called Alois Handelbauer. I bought it mainly because I was looking for Hendianum hybrid, kind of like Liberty Taiwan, because I wanted huge bloom. Now looking at this bud, I don't think it will be any bigger than my hashimin. So it's I will still be looking for Liberty Taiwan, but it should be nice too. It's a Fanaticum crossed with Hendianum. So the colors should be interesting on this one. So I'm looking forward. So far, I think I'm doing a good job keeping this bud from blasting. So please stay tuned. We'll see how it looks this bloom. Should be interesting. And there on the back, right there. It's in the corner actually, not the back. But that one there is Paphiopedilum charlesworthii that I bought from Orchids in Our Tropics last year. And this plant didn't have really good history because it was heavily infected with mealybugs. And I spent about a year getting rid of mealybugs. I was spraying and wiping and spraying, and they're gone now, so it was even allowed to be in a tank. So hopefully it will bounce back up after all this treatment and start growing, because while fighting with mealybugs, it did not grow much. I reported it several times just because bugs were everywhere. So hopefully this one will do better now. And this one is Paphiopedilum emersonii. That's another Parvisapalum that I kind of like. No, sorry, that's not it. That's Paphiopedilum chamberlainianum, or another word for it is Victoria Regina. And this one is also from Orchid Inn. It's a seedling. And it's a selfing of a plant, a clone called Tree Magnificus, which I think is named that because the flowers come in 3. This one is sequential bloomer, and it can bloom for a long time. That's what I like about this, I think they're called Paphiopedilum, this type of slippers. The other ones here in this group, there are few of those, right? Glaucophyllum is in there, Mocketianum, and this one is Chamberlainianum or Victoria Regina or Reginae. So this one I bought because from all the Paphiopedilum, I like the shape of the blooms the most, and I think it's most colorful. So it should be interesting, but it is still seedling, so I don't know how long it'll take for me to get it to the blooming size. But it's doing kind of good. It grows. It looks nice and fresh. See? I like it. Now this one is emersonia, which I bought as near blooming size, but I think it's probably blooming size right now. It grows nicely. It keeps the leaves. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, this one's probably gonna go. But it has decent roots. So I'm waiting for this one to bloom. I'm hoping for the blooms on this one. Emersonia. And the last one, but not the least, going to move stuff here. Yeah, my thing became really crowded lately with all my purchases, so I had to move stuff around to put this one into more visible position. So yes, this is my Paphiopedilum venustum, variety cardani, which is supposed to have more orangey color on the blooms than normal venustum. And I bought it as near blooming size plant, but looking at that dark growth inside, I'm thinking maybe that is the bud growing there, because that's what usually happens with the top leaves. See, it doesn't grow this one fully when it starts the bud. So that's the hope. I'm not sure. I don't have too much experience, but that dark stuff inside does look to me like a bud start. So let's hope it is. And notice there is a new little growth on the front, and there's also a new little growth on the back. So I think this plant wants to clump, which is really nice. And I really love the leaves on this one. Look at the pattern. It's so pretty and unusual. It reminds me some snake skin. Really like it. So that was my last Paphiopedilum in the collection. Actually, there's a little one there. This is just a little piece that broke off the Henryanum plant that I showed earlier. And I just potted it up because it had decent roots. So I thought it has a chance to grow. So now I have a little extra plant of Henryanum. And yeah, those are my old Paphiopedilums. And here's my hashimin again, the one that is blooming now. It's really pretty. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.